Hello everyone and welcome to Solshow version 3. 3.0 is here, and the first video we're gonna do is Star Wars The Mandalorian. Oh my god, we have a Star Wars TV show, and that's a lot of weight to carry, but god damn it if this show does not do it. I know Disney, when they bought Star Wars, they had a big kerpluffin about this entire thing, the new sequels, not everyone loves. I enjoy the films. I'm not a huge mega Star Wars dude, but I love the original trilogy. I like Revenge of the Sith, and I at least enjoy, to some degree, each of the new films. That being said, though, I was as wary as everybody else when The Mandalorian popped up. I thought, hey, it might just be a cool bounty hunter show. It's going to do cool bounty hunter stuff. There's probably going to be a lot of Boba Fett references and that kind of stuff. Then we got The Mandalorian, and basically Mando, which that is a terrible, terrible name for a main character. The Mandalorian's main character is named Mando. What the fuck? Yeah, so Mando basically has this big old mission, and the whole first episode plays out about how I thought it would. He goes in, he has to find and take out a target, and then we meet the target, and I'm not going to spoil anything, but basically the entire series revolves around this person he has to take out. And I'm not going to spoil it, because that's not what you're supposed to do. That being said, I fucking love Baby Yoda, man. Baby Yoda is the cutest fucking thing I have ever seen in my entire life, and it will continue to be so for the rest of my existence. I think there's like a group of people who watched this show and they were ready to drop it, and then Baby Yoda graced their eyes, and it was no longer The Mandalorian. It was the Baby Yoda show. And I'm not going to say I was one of those people. I definitely just didn't watch the show and just waited like this. When's he gonna be there? And then he did something cute. I was like, yes, yes, continue. Like, I wasn't one of those people, but I stood beside them and nodded. Like, I was ready for him to do more cute stuff. He was the cutest motherfucking little puppet baby there ever could be. 10 out of 10, IGN reports. Baby Yoda, boy. But if you were like really expecting this bounty hunter show and you're like ready to see like the underground world of Star Wars, this show definitely does have that. I'm not gonna say it's like the main focus, but personally, as fun as like a hit of the week, like where we gotta watch him take out a different person every week and there's like this big heist thing, but he looks like a badass at the end of every episode, that would have been a cool show. But I would much rather have a grounded story revolving around a actual objective and actually being a little bit more centered and a little bit more focused. And there's a lot of mystery involved with Baby Yoda. We still don't know a whole lot. So for a show that's going to span multiple seasons and actually have characters we care about, I like this story. It's not necessarily about the Mandalorians, but this one Mandalorian story is much more interesting to me. Plus, Mando, I really enjoy him. First, you see this set of armor and this complete lack of personality, and then every single episode, you get a little bit more. You get a little bit more. You get a little bit more. And then he isn't invincible. I think that's something I could talk about for a while, because I got into it with a couple people. Some people were saying he got his ass beat too much, and then in a couple episodes, he's looking like a complete badass. He's tearing people up. And I think when we're used to the same lightsaber battles and 1,000 times over in every single Star Wars story, it's cool to see a guy with like an arsenal and he's ready to take on 100 different matchups. He's ready to take on weird animals. He's ready to fight these stormtrooper guys. He's ready to take on big robot things. He's ready to take on a person just like him. It's a lot more different than your usual Star Wars battles, and it's a lot more engaging in my personal opinion than the same lightsaber battles that we've seen. That being said, you do believe that Mando is a badass. He always puts up a fight, he always has a trick up his sleeve, but he still gets beat. And I think when the whole point of the show is kind of like, hey, we gotta protect Baby Yoda, it wouldn't feel like there's much high stakes when Mando's just defeating every obstacle that comes in his way. No, he gets his ass beat. Baby Yoda is in danger because this guy isn't invincible. It's a tough-ass galaxy out there. God, I really enjoy just going from planet to planet and actually seeing this universe. It never feels like it's being really cheap about it. It's never like trying to give you old Star Wars member berries, and it's not Rise of Skywalker just popping up to planet to planet to planet to planet. No, it's he's gonna go from this destination to here, and then he's gotta fix something in his ship, and he's gotta do this. It's a much more Mass Effect Outer Worlds vibe, and I adore that. I love just kind of watching him being in his ship, and he's just gonna go here, and he's gotta do a thing, and then he's gonna go somewhere else, and I like that. It actually feels like we're following a character. And speaking of characters, there's a lot of fun characters. There's this really interesting robot that they introduced. There's this weird guy with these weird little like face flaps. You don't know where his face flaps or his chin begins, but he's awesome. There's this big buff MMA fighter chick. She's dope. She's the same MMA tough fighter chick from Deadpool. I completely approve. I always tell people on these reviews how much I enjoy women who could just beat my ass, and I stand by that with her. That being said, I kind of felt like we needed like a central villain, and I kind of think we got that at the very end of the show, but like for the whole season, it really feels like, oh, we need something more specific to run away from than like the vague idea of the Empire remnants. Especially towards the middle of the show, a lot of people have been saying, you know, the middle of the show kind of drags down. And if we're talking about the flaws of the show, yeah, it definitely drags for a little bit there. I wouldn't say those episodes are dog shit, but they're definitely not the same. And there's some acting in this show, man. Like, I will say all the main cast members are great, but there's a couple side characters that are in these like little one-off episodes, and they feel like cable TV actors. Like, they're talking to Mando, and he's like fully suited up and giving like this ace performance, and they're just like, what are you doing? Do I think this is like the best fucking show that there ever will be, and I'm gonna show all my buddies The Mandalorian? No, probably not. I will say this is a very good show, though. It hits a lot of the right beats, and if you're into Star Wars, then this is perfect Star Wars bullshit. If you like random aliens who look like their faces are being held together and they're gonna go on weird gun battles and ships and baby Yodas and Mandalorians, and yeah, this show has all of that. It has all the Star Wars bullshit you could ever want, and it doesn't feel like it's spoon-feeding you when a lot of Star Wars content has been spoon-feeding you. So it feels like we have a real true story here that's actually giving us something we want, and it delivers. I'm going to give Mandalorian Season 1 a very strong 8 out of 10. I enjoyed it very much. I wouldn't say it's like Hall of Fame legendary status. It is a very good show, though, and I think when the show completes, like, assuming they can keep up this momentum, then yeah, it will be a legendary show. But for Season 1, as is, 8 out of 10. That being said, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my other channel, Fandom Pop. It is where my main focus is. It's where my main content is. It's a lot of good-ass videos on that channel. That being said, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my other channel, Fandom Pop. It's where 90% of my efforts go to. I have a lot of kick-ass videos on that channel. What better way to start the new year than subscribing to your boy's other channel? And I also have a lot of new reviews coming up on this channel. It's probably going to be like 2 videos a week, something like that. I hope you guys will enjoy those videos. But for now, thank you again. And with that, I leave you.